Join me, if you will, in using some words to add some more armor to the oversoul. I'm seeing a lot of videos come across the feeds talking about energy weapons and energy warfare. So let's look at what energy is, so that we can give ourselves some light codes to counteract these weapons, right? Now, if you believe in energy weapons, it's going into radionics, right? And micro laser warfare, giving out frequencies, hertz, and those kind of things, kilojoules, kilowatts, whatever can be transferable through this ether, undetected for the most part. These things can be used as energy weapons. Like somebody who has an energy weapon, they can have like a magnetron box. They could be using like some kind of special level cell phone that has like, it might be like a 70G or something like that. You know what I mean? If this is real, these are some of the things you can imagine them using as energy weapons. And I can't say whether energy weapons are real or not. I'm just going into what these things could be for those who are saying that they're under attack by these things. I'm just going to break some light codes and put more armor on the oversoul, regardless of whatever the energy weapon is. Energy weapons themselves are actually real, whether you're talking about the technology or not, because we just talked about energy vampirism and how to master the energetic elements, right? Giving you examples of Lilith and Samael, right? Remember those two. Anytime you're going up against the energy weapon too, Lilith represents the control of energy for the promotion of life force, right? So you know that if there's an energy weapon, then it's probably draining your energy, right? Probably weakening your body, diminishing your cells, right? But you know that your body is a biochemical instrument, right? So looking at Lilith is to point and trigger that. Then you combine it with Samael. Then you take what? Remember? The shot of venom, the venom of truth. And when you take that, that's the knowledge that counteracts what the energy weapons are in all of its forms. Understanding that you are a biochemical instrument and a biochemical weapon yourself. You and I are. There's chemical processes that happen in the entire body just based on the workings of the brain. And if it's based on the workings of the brain, what's controlling and animating and deciding which chemicals get released in the brain? Not just the things that you take in, but more importantly, the things that you are within, which is your thoughts. The selection of thoughts and the presence of energy weapons is a very real thing. What happens if you just feel depressed out of nowhere, just feel low out of nowhere, and you can't pinpoint it? Whether there's an energy weapon that's technological or not, you know that the energy weapon is being deployed against you, right? Something is bringing you down. If it's not somebody's 90G cell phone across the street in some unmarked car that's been gang stalking you all year, if it's not coming from them, it's coming from something in your past that hurt you. If it's not coming from something in your past that hurt you, it's coming from something that is trying to plague you in your future, something that's trying to slow you down in your present. Whatever it is indeed an energy weapon. So don't dismiss these people, because energy attacks in many different ways. So let's look at the science and the biology behind this thing, which is you. All right. So you know that things like comedy and humor release a certain level of endorphins that make you like almost superhuman, instant vibration raisers, because the raising of the vibration is what you're going to use to counteract these megahertz or these depressions or these dark ethers, whatever you want to call the energy that attacks you. You counteract it with the biochemistry in your body that stems from your selection of thought. There's no escaping mind. All is mind. That's the first of the universal laws, not the universal laws, I'm sorry, the Hermetic principles, pardon me, the 7 Hermetic principles. The first one is that all is mind. So through mentality is how you get yourself in and out of every type of circumstance and how to endure through every situation. It's the crown and third eye type of thing. So these energy weapons, you're gonna counteract them really with what you're choosing to think about, what you're choosing to think about primarily, and how that makes you feel. So you're gonna check in with your feelings. You're gonna check in with your feelings. This is how you're gonna determine where your energy is. And mental discipline is where the boost of energy is going to come from. What's going to counteract the balance or just completely shut it out. One other thing that I will recommend is the listening of high tone frequencies yourself. Not at high volume, but high frequency, like hertz in the 800s, 900s, the early 1000s in hertz. What this is going to do is train your inner ear to be immune. It's going to build up immunity against high frequency attacks. If the energy weapons that are deployed against you are technological, this will be one of the ways to build biological immunity. Because if you get used to something, you grow what is called a tolerance, right? Dogs can hear very well, but too good when it comes to the way man's world works. If a fire truck goes by with the ability of a dog's hearing, it's gonna drive them crazy. That's like the apocalypse, like the end of the world inside of a dog's ears. That's why they be howling and stuff like that. A siren is like murder because they can hear things that humans can't. So with these high volts, not high volts, but high hertz of audio, is to train your ears to hear in many different frequencies so that you'll have the proper shield around your brain when it comes to like high frequency sounds and when things like sonic warfare are being considered. Because you can be immune to all of that stuff. Hearing music at the 430 hertz, what they be calling the devil's frequency, all of that kind of stuff. You could be immune to all of that if you listen to that kind of stuff on your own. If you meditate to even some of these frequencies, you can neutralize them. We talk about transmutation. So what, they playing 432 hertz on the radio and telling me in the kind of song with a nice particular beat to do something negative. It don't mean I'm going to follow that message or represent that. As a matter of fact, I make my own music. Whether I'm, slicing and dicing up a sound or just creating a sound from scratch, we're redefining things even on a sonic level front too. As a safeguard against sonic warfare, you understand? As a safeguard against it. So yeah, energy weapons, they're real. They're real. In whatever way you want to see them as real. But yeah, man, our energies do get attacked. Our energies could get attacked if we have too much to eat, if we're eating too late. The food will mess around and be an energy weapon. People might be on certain substances that bring them down where they don't want to be. Those can be like energy weapons too. Everything affects your energy. Lack of exercise, a sedentary lifestyle. One that is very inert. These can function as energy weapons. When it's 11 degrees outside one day and 70 degrees the next, this will definitely affect your energy. Even the weather could be like an energy weapon. So what are you left with knowing that you can't combat this on any other front? If you're dealing with pure machinery, you got too many machines to build. And it's going to cost you a lot of time and money and resources and upkeep If you're not a multimillionaire, don't even think about trying to do any physical energy weapons unless you're doing different stone anglings and angling sunlight to counteract certain frequencies. If you understand things on a subatomic physicist level and you can angle stuff, then hey, do your anglings and form your Merkaba around your house or your apartment or your car or on your body. Yeah, do your anglings if you understand that stuff. The sun gives light, it gives energy. You can angle that stuff to create defenses against energy weapons, I'm sure, if you know what you're doing. I mean, solar panels weren't invented for nothing. Those are converting the strongest energy we have on this planet, affecting this planet, right? For the most part, being sunlight. So, hey, we don't know if they won't come out with a pair of jeans that got solar panel stitching in them, right? If they don't have them already, I can imagine it. What can't you imagine now? There's so much being created somewhere in VR or AR. Somebody probably wearing a whole solar panel stitching Gucci outfit or Louis outfit, all solar panel, and they probably gonna get somebody to rap about it. You know what I mean? See, that feels good. And what I gave you in that example, just going veering off into clothes and just intentionally digressing, is to boost your energy. It's the positivity that will boost up your energy, that will create the situation where you can have that shield. Even the scriptures say a merry heart is like medicine. A cheerful countenance is like healing for the body. Put on a smile even if you don't feel like it. Even if your teeth are yellow. Even if you got teeth missing. Put a smile on your face whenever you get those kind of feelings where you feel like there's drag or you don't feel motivated. I'm telling you, the smile works. Depending on what part of the world you're in, look at the moon. It looked like a smile depending on what angle. It just looks like a smile. Remember the old McDonald's mascot, McIntyre, the moon man with the crescent face that always played the piano and sung. They had to take that off the scene because that had to do with too much subconscious programming that helps you master the left-hand path by making the night energy beautiful, starting from the very child level. So they had to take McIntyre out. You don't see no more McIntyre commercials after like 1992. We used to have a McDonald's in our downtown area where McIntyre was the main character on a street called what? Asylum. Isn't that interesting? Asylums are where people go, you know what I mean? Where a lot of the mind, psychiatric, psychological stuff goes on, right? Asylum Street was where this particular McDonald's was that had McIntyre, the moon man. The moon had a smile. We usually associate night and darkness with rage and destruction. But when you know how to transmute this stuff and you know how to smile at the night, smile in the dark, you are called to shine in the dark. You as a light are not being called into a bright room. No. You got to go into the darkness with your light to shine it. Yeah. Yeah. That's what you do. This is you not only no longer being susceptible to the negative effects of an energy weapon, but it's also making you an energy shield for yourself and others. Do you know if your vibration is high enough, you're possibly even keeping people alive around you? Just with your energy, just the thought of you, if you're that kind of person who has a solid, long track record of always being positive around people and uplifted, if you have this kind of track record. If you don't, I would advise you to have this kind of track record, because the raising of energy and raising up other people's vibrations like that, man, you bringing in some good karma. Sis, you bringing in some good karma if you doing that. If regardless of how you feel and how your day's going, you still got the integrity to spend like 2-3 seconds out of your day if you cross paths with somebody to say good morning, have a good day, stay warm, You know what I mean? All of that kind of stay healthy. It don't seem like nothing, but it's something. You up here raising people vibration. You doing the outpouring of your spirit. See, you don't have to make it sound so religious to see what it's doing. It's doing something beautiful. All of these things contribute to the immunity and the defense against energy weapons. So again, this is Super T Sigma with Sigma Programming. I thank you for your time and attention. You already know over here, reaching is teaching. Continue to vibrate high, people. Peace.